This prospect has become the object of a notable sports management company's attention. However impressive an agent's qualifications may, but a fledgling must leave the nest, for a big world awaits. A first conversation with a new representative can be exhilarating to a young player. A savvy agent will engender confidence in his client. But the measure of a good agent is how well he can turn these possibilities into actuality.
The show's continue. So coming to the plate, Wes Hades. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Second baseman.
Hit hard toward the right side. And he is going to have extra bases to start the evening. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield.
If that's any indication, I think we're going to see some aggressive at-bats in this one. Take the first pitch of the game? No way. He squared it up and winds up on second base after a nice line drive. Great opportunity to get on the board right out of the blocks.
Guys, we take a look at the home nine as they take the field tonight. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
Perry isn't really known as the kind of starter that goes deep into games. It's not that he isn't capable, I'm sure. He just hasn't been that guy that works deep into games with regularity.
Matty V, I'm not sure it's this guy's fault, but I think it's more the fault of the metrics and the way we look at pitchers now, trying to limit the number of pitches and the number of appearances they have with particular guys in the lineup.
The 2-2. Heading out towards shallow right. De La Rosa is after it. He's there and records the first out. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
2-1. The 2-1 home. Hit hard towards center. And that's in there. Base hit.
Cut it 4-4.
The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Boy, after scoring a boatload yesterday, D-Row, they're off to a fast start again, striking here in the first inning.
Yeah, this offense is on fire. Obviously, the hitting meeting resonated with these guys. Scored a ton yesterday and picked up right where they left off.
Pablo Sandoval comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. And he fouls this one off. Here's another 0-2. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. The 1-2. Hard hit ball to short. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Hey, no runner. Eat it, eat it.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Standing in now, Stan Diaz. No balls and a strike to count. Comes set and the 0-1. A little bouncer. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2. The 1-2. Gets him looking up around the letters. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2. Settling in now, Larry Brown, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Now the pitch. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
And he misses. 2-1. And the pitch on 2-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Here now the 2-2. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Kelsey ranges to his left. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. Now at the plate, Justin Casto, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0. Hit to short. Kelsey has it. And there are 2 away now. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Roberto Gomez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. There's a strike. 2 out, nobody on.
Balls up!
Popped him
Balls up!
And Middlebrooks will make the catch to retire the side. So they go down without a whimper. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Wes Oddies. He'll stand in to open things up here in the 3rd. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt. And a slider. Oh, got a favorable call on that one, as that's the first out of the inning.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. Hit the other way out toward right field. De La Rosa is there. 2 down. Digging in to try it again, Peter Nakajima. He singled his last time up. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through it. 1 strike. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. Line to the right side, but foul. He'll try again, 1-2. In the air, down the line in left. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Here he comes again, 1-2. Up around the face.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got...
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So stepping in, Brandon Perry. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Grounded to short. To his right, Darno. On to first, and there were 2 down. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Pablo Sandoval. He reached on a single in his first try. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Right side. Scooped up on the backhand. And they'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. Digging in for his second at-bat, Stan Diaz. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Ready for another chance? Mark Becker. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Here's a slider to start things out, but it misses by a few inches or so. It's ball 1. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Becker is a guy that can really pick him up and put him down, if you will. He's a plus runner and really uses speed to his advantage in multiple ways on the field.
Yeah, and it works for him. It works for him in a lot of ways, like you said, Matty. Hits the ball on the ground, he has the potential to beat it out. I can't tell you what this does for an infield or an outfield defense.
Well, the first baseman is under it to make the play, and that retires the side. Digging in, Larry Brown comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. That's lifted the other way out to left. Silva has it in his tracks, and that's the first out of the inning. Striding in once again, Justin Casto. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Pitch on the way. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
Sanchez is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2.
Now batting.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A high fastball is in there. The windup and the 0-1. Liner towards second. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Hold it.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options for whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
The 0-1 pitch. Popped him up. Mathiasen has a play, and that retires the side. So no runs on a hit here. The pitcher, Brandon Perry, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Line towards center field, but sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Ready for another shot now. Chase Darno. He'll get his side started in the inning. And, Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away. But whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
That's in there. And he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
I got to say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
The 0-2 once more. Chopped weakly to the left. To his left, Middlebrooks. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth. Ready once again, Peter Nakajima. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Loves hitting left-handed off of right-handed pitchers.
Oh, hold on. What a stop. He goes to first. It's in time.
That was a great defensive play there. You know, he's not the guy you'd necessarily expect to make a play like that. He's not known for his glove skills.
Right down Broadway that time. Strike one. Low-scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the sixth. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Ready on 1 and 2. And it's fouled away. Here's the 1 and 2 delivery. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So they breeze through this half of the inning.
Your attention, please.
Well, everyone was treated to a really well-played ball game in this one, and the guy you see there turned in a particularly notable performance, so he's our top player of the game in this one.
He wound up with 3 hits.
Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the AA Eastern League. Tonight we wrap up this 3-game series between the Reading Fightin' Phils and the Altoona Curve. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Charles Walls starts the game on the mound for the 3rd and final game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, this guy keeps his team in the ball game. He's won 2 of his last 3 starts, so he's been throwing the ball really well. And one of the keys for this guy is getting early outs to keep his pitch count down. If he can do that, he should be able to get into the 7th or 8th inning in this one here today.
Stepping into the box, Ernest Villanueva. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the 1st. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1. Fellas, our visiting team as they take the field after a scoreless top half. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty. Dan, this team is playing well. They're getting closer in the division race. I guess my question to you, I want to ask you, did you find that you started to really pitch better as the summer months started to get hotter?
No doubt about it. Not only does his team start feeling better, but I think you get a good vibe starting to go throughout the clubhouse. You realize that the schedule is starting to wind itself down. Every game is more important. The bigger the game, hopefully the better you play. And this team's been playing some really good baseball lately.
A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Mark DeRosa, what's the key in avoiding the sweep?
You know, Matty, I took a look at this lineup today and getting a chance to talk to some of the guys around the cage. One thing that they preached to me was the fact that they were dead last in the league in grounding into double plays, and well aware of the fact that they don't shoot themselves in the foot. They give themselves a chance when they're putting guys on base to drive in runs and not get that 2-for-1 sale.
3-2, full count. 3-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The next 3-2. Fouled away.
Hey, we all love home runs and gappers, but I love the mano-y-mano right here. 5 foul balls in this at-bat. He continues to make this pitcher work.
Payoff pitch one more time. Oh, that hit him. Let's hope he's okay. Nice recovery play to get the second out, but we'll have to make sure he's okay on the mound. At the plate, Dave Whitaker looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw in time, and the side is retired. We've played an inning, still nothing. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Jose Osuna. First offering on its way. Tough slider down low for a strike. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Goodness. 0-2 now. Perry isn't really known as the kind of starter that goes deep into games. It's not that he isn't capable, I'm sure. He just hasn't been that guy that works deep into games with regularity.
Matty V, I'm not sure it's this guy's fault, but I think it's more the fault of the metrics and the way we look at pitchers now, trying to limit the number of pitches and the number of appearances they have with particular guys in the lineup.
And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the visitor. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Misses, ball 2. Looked like a cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire, but what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
No balls and 1 strike. Bottom of the second here with no score. Behind 0-2 now.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning.
So they go quietly here in this half inning. The pitcher, Brandon Perry, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Missed with a breaking ball. Stinson gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Well, this is what really can frustrate you when you're on the mound. you're facing a pitcher that really doesn't offer much as far as being able to hit, and you fall behind 2-0, it just feels like you're wasting pitches.
Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Villanueva on the move. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Now in the box, Marlon Rush. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting nine for this one. Check swing grounder to the right side. This is foul for the first strike. The 0-1 delivery. Weak chopper up the line. That winds up foul for the second strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with a slider. The 1-2. Chopped weakly to the right. That's a foul ball.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Another 1-2 delivery. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
He put up a pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get him on a 1-2 pitch, but you could see that he wasn't laying down without a fight. He really made the pitcher earn that strikeout.
So striding in, Sean Velasmil. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. The 1-0. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul for strike one. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. Hit down the third baseline. Throw gets him, 2 down. So here now is the pitcher, Charles Wall, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. A high fastball is in there. 2 out, nobody on. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach.
Oh, and he snags it out of midair, and that ends the inning. Make it 9 straight here to start. Digging in to try it again, Ernest Villanueva. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
A ball and no strikes. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Fouled off. The 2-2 one more time. Lifted in the air to center. Hines ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Dave Whitaker. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Takes a look at a fastball down the middle for strike number 2.
You know, it's great to be patient, make a pitcher work and all that stuff to try to get walks, but you have to be ready to hit. And that was a really hittable pitch, and now you've got to deal with an 0-2 count.
The next 0-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Can't start any better than this. He's set down the first 12. We played 4 full, and we are tied 0-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Brandon Perry. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. High in the air down the right field line. Molina moves over, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Ready for another chance? Jose Osuna. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. A fastball that just misses inside.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
Hit on the ground out to short. And there's one down now. Standing in, Rob Merced comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Rob Merced.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike one. Now the 0-1. And it's fouled away.
Gotta believe that was a mislocation because it missed right down the middle. This guy's gonna have nightmares at the plate thinking about missing that one.
This one's flared toward left center. Base hit, and they're into the hit column. Striding in once again, Jimmy Molina. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Molina.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
Throw over to first. A dive, but he's back. And another throw over. And a dive, but he's back. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2. Merced, base runner at first with one out. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him. And watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
From the stretch. And that one just missed outside. A runner on first with 2 away. Here's a look over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. The 1-0 home is taken, strike one. Now the 1-1 pitch is strike two, swinging.
1-2.
2 out with the man at first. Two and two. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So a strong start on the mound as he stepping in, Sean Velasquez.
Second baseman.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Missed with a slider. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and Those were two stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
On its way is pitch number 75. A bouncer up the middle. Hines over to his left. And there's one away. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Charles Walls.
The batter, pitcher, Charles
Oh, and he just
Walls.
blows the fastball by him for strike one.
This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul. The 1-2.
Straight up, straight up, straight up.
Middlebrooks in foul ground, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Ernest Villanueva. Swing, and he hooked him up over in foul territory back behind third. And Middlebrooks will make the catch to retire.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
A 7-0 shutout final score tonight. The Fightin' Phils came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Michael Werner wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. Charles Walls is settled with the loss after giving.
A fast-developing young player has gotten the attention of the higher-ups in management. Prospects may not realize how closely they are being watched, and by other organizations as well as their own. A pitcher is confronted with a less than stellar stat. A manager checks in with his ball club.
The game's future stars are on display as minor Brandon Perry, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. Fortune has been smiling on them recently. They're unbeaten in their last 7 games.
You know, Matty, the season's such a grind, and you fight so hard day in, day out, and you're playing against the best players in the world, so you know you're going to lose some games coming out of spring training. To get on a roll where you win 7 in a row, a week of everything coming together, that's a special feeling.
Now a bunt attempt here, and they'll just tag him out along the first base line. Coming to the plate now, Travis Lacey, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Now a pickoff play at second, and he's back standing. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch, and he fouls this one off. Here comes the 0-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Stinson is there. 2 gone. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Julio Castaneda, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Castaneda.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fouled away. Baladares at second with 2 down. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief. Oh, look at the diving stop. Touche, sir. They call it the hot corner for a reason, and this is a beauty to take us to break. Now at the plate, Kiki Anderson, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning.
Anderson.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
There's a called strike on a fastball up in the zone. We're seeing more of that from pitchers nowadays. With the launch angles, guys are looking for the ball down in the zone. If a pitcher can pitch up in the zone like that pitch right there, you can go ahead and make some hay.
Seared down the first baseline. And this will get past him down the line at first. It's a fair ball. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
No doubt about it. He was looking fastball all the way there, and that's exactly what he got. Got the barrel out front and just blasted it down the line for an extra base hit. Nobody out, runner in scoring position. Great opportunity here.
And that is through into center field, a base hit.
Hold.
And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Hey, make a pitch right here and get out of this. Get the boys in the dugout and regroup a little bit. 1 run is not going to kill you.
And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Here comes another 0-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Now to the plate, Charles Sawyer. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Charles Sawyer.
Here comes the first pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
He's going to have to make adjustment on that slider away. He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch and allow these guys to take. He's got to start that a little bit more over the middle of the plate to get that swing and miss on the outer half.
De La Rosa is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Tommy Malone, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch on its way. And he takes ball one. The 1-0 is in there for strike one. So is off at first with two away. Lifted down the line in left. Stinson is in pursuit. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
Boy, D, were you talking about frustrating as a pitcher? You have the pitcher up with 2 outs, and he extends the inning there with a base hit.
Yeah, it's funny. I've hit 8th in my career, and the grind was to try and get the pitcher up so you could waste that out and flip the lineup over. This guy took it into his own hands and did just that. By getting a knock, now we could have some issues here.
Check to swing there and pops this one up. Kelsey has got it, and the side is retired. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. Now at the plate, Adrian Sanchez. He did his job and laid down the successful sac bunt in his first appearance. In there at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Sanchez has a beat on it. 1 out. Stepping up to the plate, Travis Lacey. He flew out in his last at bat. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Stinson giving chase. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Julio Castaneda. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And a good slider here to start the at bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
And you know what? Give this guy some credit up there, because this had the look of being a very quick inning. He's been able to stretch this at bat out a little bit, and that's
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Now at the plate, Brandon Perry. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel in that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
Hey, don't let the fact that this guy's on the mound fool you right here. This guy has a nice approach at the plate, knows what he's doing, has history. I'm not surprised he was able to mix in a base knock.
The batter, third baseman, DeAndre.
In now, DeAndre Kelsey, as he'll take a look at ball 1. So far this year against Southpaws, Kelsey is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Matty, he struggled this season against left-handed pitching, but maybe a little shot of confidence with the manager putting him in the lineup today.
This will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time.
Now batting, second baseman.
Into the box now, Kiki Anderson. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Sliders in for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. The next 0-2 is in there, a called strike 3.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Stepping in now, Freddie So. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. A base hit in his first trip. The 1-0 is looked at off the plate for a ball.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
And that misses, ball one. First time up, he went down looking. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were two stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
The 2-1 home. Lofted in the air out toward right center.
2-2-2.
De La Rosa is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Hold it right there. Hold it.
Ready now, Charles Sawyer.
Now batting, shortstop.
First delivery to him on the way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. From the stretch. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, maybe choke up and try and work the ball back up the middle the other way.
Another 0-2 home. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Adapt and persevere. That's what I always said on the offensive side. Down in the count right there. Batter hits a ground ball the other way. He's able to fight off a tough count and get himself a base hit.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Set to deliver the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Tap down the line. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. So on second, Sawyer on at first with 2 down. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs. Ready once again, Juan Valadares. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. In there, and it's 0-1. Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out. Into the box, Adrian Sanchez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. In there for strike one, 0-1. A ball and a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees.
1-2.
Here it comes. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Classic slider, down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
The first baseman, Travis Lacey.
Into the box now, Travis Lacey. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly. Ready for another shot now, Julio Castaneda. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Swings through it for strike number 2.
Pretty late with the swing there. As a pitcher, you have to recognize that and keep coming in with the hard stuff until he proves he can hit it.
Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. And he's safe.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you can say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Two down, runners at first and second.
Got him swinging. Made him chase outside the zone that time, and that puts an end to the inning.
1 hit, 1 error in the inning, but they wind up leaving 2. Last half of the 5th coming up. Harrisburg is out in front, 1-0. So coming to the plate, Brandon Perry. He singled his last time up.
Perry.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Liner towards second. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
Now batting, third baseman.
Into the box, DeAndre Kelsey. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner, but this will be foul. I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Perry, the runner at first with 2 gone. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Here now the 2-2. Line drive to left, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy With a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Now batting, second baseman.
Standing in now, Luke Gonzalez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. No hits to this point. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. A ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, this guy is 1 strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even warm up the bullpen the way this guy's pounding the zone.
Curveball bounces, and this one gets away.
Get down, get down, get down,
Throw
get
to
down.
third. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw. Michael Werner takes over to start.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy.
A manager checks in with his ball club. A pitching coach offers reassurance to a pitcher who's been knocked around a bit lately. A manager checks in with his ball club. player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping tabs on them. Locked in a tight divisional race coming down the stretch, a manager looks to teach his young players about how to finish. A minor leaguer hears from his agent. A young team gets some extra coaching up from their skipper before the first game of a very big series. With the season's outcome coming down to a final series, a manager chooses his words carefully. Entering the last series of the season, this team's situation is precarious, but not without hope. Being in a hole in a minor league playoff series means an opportunity to teach young men about facing adversity. A pitching coach checks in with a member of his staff. A manager checks in with his ball club.
Boy, good job.
A player is encouraged to continue to refine a skill essential to his game. An agent checks in with a client currently in the minors. This manager is hoping to stoke the competitive fire of his pitchers. A manager checks in with his ball club. A pitcher who's been inefficient from the stretch of late is given a coach-up. A Double-A manager has called one of his young players in for a quick word. The word is good. Within 48 hours, this player will be in a new city and putting on a new uniform. A AAA manager welcomes a new arrival from AA. This prospect showed promise at the AA level. The organization is hopeful his progress will continue here. A manager confronts his pitching staff about an unacceptable team statistic. This AAA player has been generating a lot of buzz with his stellar play of late. Excellence commands attention. And an invitation to the big stage, inevitable. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping tabs on them. A coach offers guidance to a developing player. This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping tabs on them. A minor league playoff push is an opportunity for developing players to learn what it takes to maintain a tenuous divisional lead as a season winds down. Playoff situations in the minors are invaluable opportunities to teach young players. Having split the first two in an extended series, the emphasis is on grabbing the upper hand in Game 3. A manager checks in with his ball club. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A manager checks in with his ball club. A player receives input from a coach. An agent checks in with a client currently in the minors. A manager checks in with his ball club. A player receives input from a coach. A manager checks in with his ball club. A manager checks in with his ball club. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A manager confronts his pitching staff about an unacceptable team statistic. A player is encouraged to continue to refine a skill essential to his game. This AAA player has been generating a lot of buzz with his stellar play of late. This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping. A young team gets some extra coaching up from their skipper before the first game of a very big series. With the team's chances hanging by a thread, this skipper calls for a last stand. In the minor leagues, a lost season is never fully lost because any situation can be a teaching opportunity. A player who has been far exceeding expectations at the minor league level is welcomed to his first spring training. He is briefed on his current standing in the organization. He's about to get his first chance to show if he's ready to swim in the big kids' pool.
Brandon Perry will come out now and make his first appearance of the spring.
Brandon Perry.
Billy Burns is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right. Next to bat for Toronto, Yan Gomes. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Bouncer up the middle. Crawford gloves it. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. Austin Barnes will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 15, Austin Barnes.
Missed with a slider. The 1-0 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. This is line to left, and that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for route number 2. Joey Rickard will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Fly ball out toward left center field. And this is going to find some real estate out there as he comes through off the bench with extra bases. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double.
And this is just a cut fastball. He's trying to sneak in the back door. He's unable to get it done. Leaves it right over the heart of the plate. And that's just too easy for a guy like this. He's licking his chops as the ball arrives. And he drills it to the outfield for an extra base hit.
Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Drury trying to get there, but he can't get there. And this might tie up the game. He's in there at the plate. And this ball game is tied here in the 7th.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen, and I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking cut. That is unbelievable he's able to get that knock in that big spot.
That ball's foul.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Moreland right there on to first, and this will remain a tie. Bo Morrison is on to pitch out.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
6-4. Brandon Perry will come on and get some work as he makes his second appearance so far this spring.
Perry.
Striding in once again, Doyle Robbins. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1.
And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up.
Shot weakly to the left. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Adam Eaton will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. And that's in there for strike 1. And this is high, a ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. This is back toward the mound. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Chu Ryu will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. Now a throw over, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7.
Nope.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. Two-0 pitch on the way. 3-0 now.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. Eaton stands at first with 1 out. Three-two pitch. Hot shot down the line. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Number 20 will get the call to pinch hit here, and he'll find he has a couple of runners aboard with only 1 out in the inning. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. 0-1, here it comes. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. First and second now, 1 man out. And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. Here's the 2-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Melendez waits on it, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning. Gilberto Batista will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Oh, he checked his swing there and pops this one up. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is. Nick Williams will come on to pinch hit here in a big.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy.
Brandon Perry is out from the bullpen now as he'll work in his third game so far this spring. Billy Burns is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right. Digging in to try it again, William Couch. He flew out in his last at-bat. And a fastball's in there for strike one. Perry typically throws a lot of strikes coming in out of the bullpen, resulting in low walk totals, although he has been snake-bitten by the home run ball at times in the past.
One of the keys for this guy, Matt, is not being afraid to attack the strike zone. With that said, he is prone to giving up the home runs. I think one of the cause of that, Matty B, he leaves a lot of pitches up in the strike zone. He needs to be down in the zone when he's effective.
Gilberto Batista comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Lifted the other way out to left center. Profar on the move. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away. Miguel Andujar will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with two out and the base is empty. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Line toward right center. King is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Sean Doolittle will come out now.
Wow, that was a fun one to watch. A great game for guys with the sticks, but for pitchers...
Brandon Perry will come on now and take the ball for the fourth time this spring.
Brandon Perry.
Ryan Harper is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the seventh. And the slider tails outside for ball one.
Ryan Harper.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. The 1-1 home. Grounded to third. Drury fields it cleanly. And that's the first out. Stanley Simmons will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning.
Simmons.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball one. A bouncer to the left side. And this is going to find its way into left for a one-out knock. Joey Rickard will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Joey Rickard.
And he lays off there 1-0. Perry typically throws a lot of strikes coming in out of the bullpen, resulting in low walk totals, although he has been snake bitten by the home run ball at times in the past.
One of the keys for this guy, Matt, is not being afraid to attack the strike zone. With that said, he is prone to giving up the home runs. I think one of the cause of that, Matty B, he leaves a lot of pitches up in the strike zone. He needs to be down in the zone when he's effective.
The 2-1. Chopped weakly to the left. They'll force it up to second, and they do get the out there. Back to first, but it's right by him. Dalton Pompey will look to provide a little two-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and two away. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Runner in scoring position with two gone. A pause and the 0-2. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there in the inning. Bo Morrison is out from the bullpen.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done.
Brandon Perry is out from the bullpen here as he'll be making his 5th appearance this spring training. Jesus Aguilar is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. Line toward the gap in left center. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out. Tyler Austin is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right. Tommy Mulder will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Lays off 1-0.
Billy Burns.
Now the 1-0. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. The 1-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Waiting on it is Austin, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Guillermo Heredia will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Ball 1. 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Into the corner and slicing foul. Sent toward first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Andrew Triggs is on to pitch out of the fifth.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that.
Brandon Perry will be on the mound to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ball game tied until the bottom half. Digging in and looking for more, Andreas Huerta. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. Here's the first pitch. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
And he strikes him out on a good pitch. So 1 run can win it as we head to the bottom of the inning. So not a good turn of events for this home crowd as now they're 9th. Andrew Knapp will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher. A one-run game, 6-5 the final today. Baltimore used a 3-run ninth to help propel them to the win. Brandon Perry will come on and pitch for the 7th time here this spring.
Brandon Perry.
That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. He'll start us off in the 8th.
Leading off for Toronto.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A fastball that just misses inside. Perry is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays.
The 2-2. And it's fouled away. And another foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Got him to go down swinging there. Giovanni Urshela goes quietly to lead off the 8th. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one stayed up a little high. 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside.
One thing to take note of is how these last 2 batters have really driven up his pitch count. He's had to use 14 pitches already on them, and he's not even through this guy yet. 14 is near the top end of what you want to throw in a complete inning.
And he's going to beat the offline throw to first as the first baseman couldn't get the foot back in time. A ball and no strikes. One and one the count. Throw over to the bag, and he's back easily. The 1-1. It's a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone.
Yeah, he had the right idea, trying to bust him inside, but that pitch caught too much of the plate, and he took it deep for a 2-run homer. That was a nice swing of the bat.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this will land out there just foul. Hard on the ground towards short. Backhanded. throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
You know, Dero, as a pitcher, that can be so frustrating. You're trying to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business. He'll line out probably 15 times, but it won't even out. You take him when you can get him.
Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
And this will be just what the manager ordered as he's off the bench with extra bases. Throw to third, but he's in there as a run will score on the play as well.
Man, they're just piling it on now. That RBI triple makes it a 7-run lead. It's hard enough to come back from a 7-run deficit in football. You can't score any touchdowns in this game.
Popped him up. Guzman over to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Brian Harper, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Fly ball right down the line in left. Heading after it is Naquin. Into the corner. He makes the catch to end the inning. Colin Moran will try and get his club back.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs.
Brandon Perry enters from the pen in just the 2nd inning, so they'll hope to get some length out of him and have him stay out there for a while.
Up next for Pittsburgh, catcher, Francisco Cervelli.
Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they were the spoilers here on opening day as they took game 1. Of the season on the road. Fastball called for strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. To his left, Moreland. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Man, this is a perfect summary of how the game has gone for him. They haven't been able to hit, catch, or throw all game long. In fact, they should just throw a 10 over this thing because this has become a 3-ring circus.
And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. 7 runs have crossed the plate in the inning. And it's 1-1.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know, Kenny Jansen, Dero, he's kind of hard to figure out. Doesn't give a lot on the edges. He'll make you bring the ball into that plate.
Yeah, Dan, Kenny Jansen is definitely...
He's in at second safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score. Digging in for his second at-bat, Chad Kuhl, and a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. In there, no balls and a strike. The 0-1 pitch. And a fastball just a bit high.
Up!
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Austin over to his right, but it's the pitcher that makes the play. And that ends, but not before. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Brandon Perry. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First offering on its way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. 3 runs already home here. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Swing and a liner, but foul. The 1-2 misses for the second ball.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
Here now the 2-2. He stays alive, still 2-2. Skied into straightaway right. Baca moving to his left, and the inning is over. So the Pirates batting order turns over and set to go. Ken Baca. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
And that'll bring in Adam Frazier. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that pitch catches the inside corner. 1 out, nobody on. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. Now the 2-1 is taken, ball 3.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
Fastball too low, and that's ball 4. Josh Bell the next to hit. He's off to a fast start in this one, 2 for 2, including a home run. First pitch coming, here it is. High in the air out to center field. After it is Kane. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Cut hold.
Here's Gregory Polanco. Popped out and singled in his 2 trips to the plate. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Very weakly on the ground. Frazier leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Hit hard on the ground to short. Crawford has it. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Let's leave 1. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Abraham Almonte. He singled his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Naquin is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Ready once again, Josh Harrison. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Missed with a slider. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit out toward second. Moreland ranges to his right. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th. Ready for another shot now, Francisco Cervelli. He reached on an error and later scored his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Popped him up. Austin has room in foul territory, and that retires the side. Pretty. Felipe Cedeno will grab a bat.
This was just a nice win for these guys. They did most of their damage in that big second inning and did what they had to.
Brandon Perry will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Brandon Perry.
Digging in once again, Giovanni Rudy. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned a chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
Trey Turner is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Line to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit.
Here we go. Relay. Three.
And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Danny, how frustrating is this right here? First and third, you got problems all over the place.
Well, you come right out of the dugout, right? You're starting an inning fresh. You're expecting to have a 1-2-3 inning. You look up and all of a sudden, first and third, nobody out. It's time to make some good pitches.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. A high fastball is in there. 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him. So striding in, Trey Mancini. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set, and the pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Kane is after it. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And that'll bring home another as they open it up to a 4-0 advantage now. Ready for another chance? Jonathan Scope. He went down on strikes last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or are you still looking for the double play ball?
This is a great spot to be in as a pitcher. You have 2 strikes, you can bury one for a potential strikeout, and at worst, keep the ball down in the zone. You might be able to turn one pitch into an inning-ending double play.
Fouled away. Now a ball line softly down the left field line. Foul. Set to deal on 2-2. Another one sent foul. A swing and a ground ball to third. Jerko has it. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this. In now for Washington, Christopher Hurt. He singled his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. And there's one down now. Coming to the plate now, Tim Beckham. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
Tim Beckham
takes a look down at the knees for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the 2nd out. Next batter to the plate, Brian Goodwin. He was a ground out victim last time up. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at bat. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0. Misses down below the knees. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting stuck.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to Hunter Renfroe will move into the on-deck circle.
So the home crowd will have a pleasant drive home afterwards as their guys have taken the first two.
A pitcher who's been inefficient from the stretch of late is given a coach-up.
Brandon Perry will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his third game this season.
Brandon Perry.
Striding in once again, Brian Goodwin, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Center fielder number 8.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Fouled off. And he'll look at a fastball here that's close, but it's 2-1 now.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him in this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time.
That's the third time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Third baseman number 3.
In now, Danny Espinoza.
He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. That's lifted the other way out to left.
Naquin's under it.
He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Ready for another shot now, Max Scherzer. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th.
Max Scherzer.
First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
He came to play today, not just only on the bump right there. He's thrown the ball well, but on the offensive side of the ball, he's able to contribute and help this offense put itself in position to score some more runs.
Takes a high fastball for a strike. A 1-1 count to the Nationals' leadoff batter. Scherzer aboard here at first with nobody out. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Grounder down the line at third. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Here's the first pitch to him. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in a wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
1-1 to Andrew McCutchen. 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Count still at 1-2. Now another 1-2. Hard hit ball to second. And that's through, a base hit. And he can't come up with it cleanly here in right.
Relay.
And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Hey, Dero, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
0-1 the count. Runners are at first and third with none out. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or are you still looking for the double play ball?
This is a great spot to be in as a pitcher. You have 2 strikes, you can bury one for a potential strikeout, and at worst, keep the ball down in the zone. You might be able to turn one pitch into an ending double play. This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. In time, and he is nailed at second. And a ball in the dirt as it gets away a bit. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. The 2-1. Yanked on the ground down the line. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. The 2-2. This is line to left. And that gets down as he can't get there in time. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. It's a 6-0 ball game.
Now batting, first baseman, Christopher Turn.
6-2 the final total today. Washington led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered.
A manager checks in with his ball club. A major league pitching coach acknowledges a young newcomer on an early milestone accomplishment. A coach presses a player to keep raising the bar on the development of his signature skills. A player's agent calls to touch base. A manager checks in with his ball club. A disappointing notice is given. This player's visit to the show was short-lived. He will return to AAA and rejoin the line of players waiting to be called up to the big stage. A AAA locker room acknowledges a major leaguer who has been sent down for a tune-up. A player receives advice about the refining of his game. A manager checks in with his ball club.